going on, Reed Nation? Welcome back to the channel. You're probably wondering from the title what's going on. So I'm going to be doing another story time video because I haven't did a story time video since this summer. And this one is about how my close friend um, actually took my girl. And it's crazy. It's gonna be a little crazy, but it's not gonna be as crazy as you know, as a normal person like me. You know, when you see me, you know I'm not a type of person to be like all crazy and super like all like I'm gonna kill you. And I wasn't in this, you know, in this situation. Now this goes all the way back to sixth grade, like way back. Back before I had dreads, back before I had facial hair or a deep voice, back before I was even a somebody. Now, when it came to sixth grade, I was still trying to find myself. I was still trying to find what I'm good at, what can I do, and you know, being funny was like the biggest one. You know, when people see me, they just talk about how funny I am, how cool I am, and you know, that's just how everything started. That's how I started making friends, and so I had this friend named I won't say his name, but he was a cool guy, and I loved him to death, man. He was really cool, and till this day we don't really talk much because of the situation, but you know we follow each other on Instagram and stuff like that. And it sucked. It sucked the way you know things happen, but it is what it is. So I started talking to this girl. Well, actually, I met this girl during tutoring, and she was so bad. Like she was off the charts, just high. Like she looked like Iggy. She literally looked like Iggy. She was shaped like Iggy. Only thing that was different, probably the hair. The hair was just darker. She looked just like Iggy in all the shapes. And I tell you, man, like that, it made me crazy because having a girl shaped like Iggy, Brett, it makes you just look like, damn, that shit's crazy. And it was just, she was so fond of me, and I started talking to her, just getting to know her, and she actually liked me, and it was cool, back then, relationships kind of like, if you like somebody, you just, y'all just start going out type thing, and the way I kind of sent her that signal was, you know how when you back then when you get to send like the little teddygrams and you put a little letter on it and then it sends to the home room of whatever that person is and they give it to her. That's kind of what I did, and I did that, right? And she got it, and doing tutoring we just started talking. Originally I was supposed to have my first kiss with her because we were planning like kissing, but I never got a chance to have my first kiss with her, and it sucked, but it is what it is. And we were just talking. We had a great time. We went to tutoring together. She rode my bus actually, and we used to sit in the back and hang out. Man, it was so awesome. I just loved it, man. It was I had never felt like good before. My sixth grade was, I'm gonna say sixth grade was probably one of my second, probably my third. Let me see. Now I'd say my second worst high school, not high school, but school year ever. Like I've never hated school so much until like certainly like it was sixth grade and then it was eighth grade, and those are the only years that I hated. Like out of those 2 years, those are the only school years I hated. Overall, everything else is nice. I'm fine. And we started hanging out, tutoring and stuff. Then my homeboy, he comes out of nowhere. He starts coming to tutoring. We be just hanging out, we chilling. And I didn't realize this, but my girl, was looking at him, and she was kind of looking at him. She was like, she looked at him, and then they talk like, cause, well, you know how when you go, you like you have you dating, and you have your little friend on the side that just hanging, cause he's a third wheel. He was that type of guy. Me and my girl were just sitting there, chilling. He'll be the one in the back, be having all the laughters and stuff, making my girl laugh. At the time, I was like, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. He wouldn't do that to me. So, I mean, maybe probably weeks later, me and my girl started problems, and shit, I was like, I liked her, but I just didn't like the way she was flirting with my homeboy. Cause she was flirting with my homeboy, like she was giving this thing like, nigga, I need to be with you, like I don't fuck with this guy. And I the only reason I kind of felt that she wanted him was because he was more muscular. He had more muscular. Like if you was to see me back then, which you probably could. Like, if you want to know how I looked back then, scroll down all the way, like all the way to my Instagram. Like, I think my first picture, it's me, how I looked in 6th grade, and I kid you not, it's embarrassing. Like, I look the same, but it's like I didn't feel good. Like, I wasn't feeling myself. Cause I think I had an afro, then I had went to a low cut, or I think I might have had a low cut, then I had an afro, and then I went to a fade, then I went to a low cut, and then I had a low cut for a little bit, and then that's when I went to start to go to afro. So I had I had a little journey, you feel me? And so this was where the part gets really sad, and you're gonna be like, that's most fucked up shit I've ever seen. So before tutoring started, we wait outside the door. The teacher, I remember the teacher name. Her name was Miss Gavin. Like, that's why I remember her name. Like, if I could see her today, bro, I would just be like, I love you so much, because she was just most lean. She was the most laid back tutor I ever seen. She would just chill. Like, she'll let you do anything you want, as long, like, you could be doing your work, but she'll let you do anything else you want. Like, that's the kind of type of teacher I like. And I kid you not, man. So I was like, I wanted to break up with her. I feel me, because I felt like uncomfortable. But we talking. This is the reason why I wanted to break up with her. This girl in my class was like, she was like overhearing saying that because you know how before you break up with somebody, or before you'd even think about, like, you start going out with somebody, and all of a sudden somebody telling you, I think this girl want to break up with you, or I think this girl don't want you. That's kind of what happened. So her friend, I think her name was Jocelyn. I think that's what she kind of looked like. She kind of looked like Zendaya, but she was like a thicker version of Zendaya, So I think maybe in class she was telling me, "Hey, her, she wants to break up with you. I think she must want to break up with you." So in my head, boom, I need to break up before she breaks up with me. That's the idea you got to get here. Like, you got to break up with somebody before they break up with you, so you don't look bad. Back then, in 6th grade, that's how I felt like I had to do it first before she did it to me, because I ain't want to look like a bitch. If somebody if somebody asked me, like, what happened to her, she broke up with you, yeah, and then they start making fun of you. So I came up to her during the tutoring hall. I was like, hey, I think we should break up, and she was like, yeah, I think so too. I really do. And this is the most fucked up shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. I don't want to tear up, because I think this was so cold of this nigga to do. My homeboy came behind. She walks towards him. This nigga had the nerve to say, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? Guess what she said? She said, yeah, I want to go out. I sat there like this. I sat there. I took a bigger L than anybody I took a bigger L than anybody I ever knew in my entire. I took a bigger L than Golden State versus the Cavs, than McMill. I took a L harder than everybody that died in 2016, bruh. That's how hard it was. I was so upset, like, I wanted to bust in tears, bruh. And then they started talking. And I'm gonna tell you the most fucked up shit I ever seen, bro. So we in tutoring class, they talking. I started sitting by myself, and I think I was talking to I think I had a new friend or whatever, cause I was still talking to him, but we weren't really that cool no more. And back then you didn't really talk in tutoring like that. You would just write some notes and shit. So I see them. They sitting here. They just writing notes, passing it to each other, and this the most stupidest shit that they kind of fucked up on, was that they didn't rip the note up after they was done. So they took a bathroom break. No. Oh yeah, it was a bathroom break. So they took a bathroom break, and I was about to go to the library because I wanted to work on the computer. Because you were able to work on the computer I maybe think Tuesdays or Thursdays you were able to work on the computer. So I before I go to the computer lab, they go to the bathroom. I pick up the note from the trash can, right? I ain't want to be a bitch and read it right in front of them. So I went to the computer lab. I took it to the computer lab, and I think I was with somebody. I was talking to somebody else. Like I think I had another homeboy or whatever I was talking to, and I opened the note, bruh. I wish I still had the note. I wish I still had the note. I did like I had the note somewhere in my room, but I think I threw it away. But the note had said was like, "Hey baby, let me touch you, let me grab that ass." And she was like, she said something, and she was like, she was like, said something about me, and she was like, "Fuck Ishmael." He was like, "Yeah, but he couldn't do, like, he couldn't handle you or whatever." And I never, like, I sat there and I was like, okay. And then I think then to know he was like, "Yeah, fuck that nigga, bro. He can't do you right or whatever." I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. So when that happened, I don't know why I did this. I really wish I wouldn't have did this, man. I went back to the tutoring area. Like I went back to Mrs. Gavin's room to grab the note. I walked in that bitch, slammed it both on their desk, and said, "Don't ever talk to me no more. Don't ever talk to me no more." I said, "This shit you pulled, bro, don't fuck with me." I told him that. I told him, "Don't fuck with me." I looked at him, I was like, "Don't fuck with me." I was like, "We're done." I said, "Don't fuck with me." I walked right back into the library. No hesitation, bro. Nothing after that. After that, I stopped talking to him. I didn't talk to her no more. But the thing is, when I stopped talking to her, she would stare at me like she would just be staring. She would stare at me like, you know how many people stare at you when they want some food, like you got like some food, and they stare at you like she would stare at me like this. Like I swear to God, that's how she would. Like when we had the assemblies in the gym, like she would accidentally sit by me and just stare at me. Like I don't know if she still lives in. I don't know. I don't know if she still lives in the area that I am. I don't know if she still lives in the city I live in. But I tell you, man, it sucked. And then before I moved, like before sixth grade was over, he was leaving. Like my old homeboy, like before, ex friends or whatever talking about. He was moving. I don't know if he's out of the city, but I heard he was moving, and the tutor lady was like, you need to try to be his friend again. He's leaving, and he feels really bad. But in my head, I'm like, fuck this nigga, bruh. Fuck this nigga, bruh. If you was a real ass nigga, bruh, you wouldn't have did that to me. I'm just saying. If you was a real ass nigga, bruh, you wouldn't have did that to me. You wouldn't have asked her out. You wouldn't have been flirting with her. I'd have been okay if you would have said, "Hey, I know you ain't talking to her no more. Do you mind if I start talking to her?" Then I'd have been like, okay, cool, cool, because he ain't trying to disrespect me. He just asked my permission. You feel me? But he ain't do that. He just went straight in and said, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna take your girl." I was like, you know what? That's cool, cool. I said, "Fuck it." I ain't talked to him ever since. He follows me on, like I said, he follows me on the ground. I don't talk to him though. It's like we haven't been cool ever since. But I thank you guys so much for watching this. Story time. I did this my second story time. My first story time was about how my ex cheated on me, and that was like crazy. Everybody was into it. I don't know how many views that got. Probably about. I don't know why I said it. I don't know why I'm thinking 1,000. Probably like 500 views. If I find it, I'm gonna put the link for that in the description, or I'm gonna put it at the end of the video so you guys can go check it out. And I will see you guys in the next video post. We're at 5,189, so that's pretty lit. And I hope you guys enjoy my Batman Arkham Knight series, my Fallout 4s, and my Madden. Fallout 4 probably won't be uploaded till later, probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Just the fact that my Vegas Pro would not want to upload it. I don't know what's going on with that. So I just copped Vegas 14, and I'm gonna be using that. So I'm about to, edit it out, edit Fallout 4, and then render it for you guys. I heard Sony Vegas 14 was supposed to be faster, so we're gonna be doing that. So if you have any questions, if you want to hear another story time, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I think I have plenty more stories to tell. So if you want any more, hit that like button and comment down below. If you comment down below and say you want more stories, like you say I want more stories from Isaac Reed, I would pull out another story time tomorrow, bruh. I'm real shit. I will pull out another story time tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video I post. One love.